What's up, everyone? How are you? Hello. Happy Tuesday. What's going on, you guys? Apparently, there's been a few earthquakes here in California, about where I live, and I have not felt one of them. So I don't know if I'm just missing the boat or I don't know what's happening, but there's been like 3. It's crazy, and I haven't felt any of them. Hans, have you felt these earthquakes that are happening? Because I have not felt them, and there's lots of people talking about them, but I haven't felt anything. You have. Interesting. All right, you guys. So hello, as you're jumping on. Oh, you haven't. Okay, good. So it's not just me. As you're jumping on, say hi. It's been forever. It feels like it's been way too long. So I wanted to jump on here and with my Facebook crew, because I've been over, you see me dancing, doing the TikTok thing and growing, trying to grow over there and Instagram and doing a bunch of stuff, but I've got some support. And today I wanted to come in with you. Laura, I am so glad you're here. You haven't said hi yet, but I was thinking of you when I wrote this, so I want you to pay attention. So what's up, you guys? How's it going? Yes, hello. All right, so tell me how you are. Tell me how your Tuesday is, and we're gonna get started. So I'm trying to keep my videos a little shorter these days because people are kind of all over the place, but I still wanna give you some really good content and have you have things to work with, because a lot of people come to me and they say they're stuck, they have done all the things, they know all the things to do, but it's just not happening for them. So I'm gonna give you some tips that are gonna help. Mara, Mike, hello everyone, what's up? Okay, here we go. So if you are feeling stuck, hi girlfriend, if you are feeling stuck, drop me a poop emoji, and because that's one of the things I hear a lot. And here's the thing I will tell you is that you actually aren't stuck. Energy can't really get stuck. Energy is always moving. So it's not so much that you're stuck, it's more that you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. So my hope is to give you tools to do something different so you can get some different results coming back at you, because what we give out comes back, right? You and that tooth thing, I'm sorry about that, Hans. Go rest for our training tomorrow, because you got to bring it for that. Okay, so we're going to start. So the first thing, you guys, that I wrote the 5 R's. Okay, so I've known this a bit, but last week I saw Tony Robbins. If you're a Tony fan, drop me a Tony. And I was reminded of these R's in the world of manifestation and kind of alignment and calling in the things, the life that we want. So I figured I'd revisit that for you guys today and give you a little something here. So the first one is, and maybe someone can write this or I can write this later. So if you are doing all the things, you are showing up, you are doing the strategies for whatever it is you're doing. Maybe you're building a business, maybe you are getting healthy, maybe you are looking for your soulmate. Tony, yes. Maybe you've got some kind of goal, something you're working on, and it's just not happening. So the first thing is 2 of the R's is reconnect and release. So you cannot heal what you don't connect with. So a lot of us are trying to call in this life, like have this thing that we want, whatever that is, and bypass what we're putting out. So remember, the basis of this, you guys, is this is so much about vibration, frequency, and you can't fake that. Okay, you can't fake that. So what you put out, you get back. And the first thing we need to do when we get stuck is revisit and reconnect what we need to heal and then release it. Those were 2 R's, right? So there was a stage, you guys, that it was like a lot of imprinting. In coaching world, we call it the imprinting stage. You can drop me that in the comments, imprint. So that's from 0 to 7 years old. And I really want you to hear this. It's actually really, really important. So 0 to 7 years old is our imprinting stage when we made a lot of stuff up. Okay, so that's where a belief came. Our beliefs came from. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words, but that's where when A happened, we equated it with B. So if mom and dad fought about money, we as children made up in our mind, money must be bad or money is problematic. If, if you had something at school and someone was jealous of you or something happened, you made up, oh, if I have these things, if I have things that other people want, they won't like me. Does that make sense? So back then, we imprinted these beliefs. And now fast forward to our adult life, and that's what we're living. So we think we're doing all the right things. We think we're doing all the things we need to do. But if that's the program that's running in our subconscious, if those are the beliefs, the frequency, the energy we're putting out, like, money's problematic, or if I'm beautiful or, have all the things, nobody will like me, then that is exactly what we're going to get back. Does that make sense? So if we're putting that out, and let me make sure, yeah, it's all working good. So if that's what we're putting out there, then that's what we're getting back. No matter if we're doing all the right things or we're thinking all the right things now, if that's the frequency that we're running, which sometimes it is, we're gonna either never get to where we wanna go or we're gonna get to where we wanna go and sabotage it somehow. So we need to reconnect with that and then release it. Does that make sense? Drop me a fist bump if that makes sense. Reconnect and release. So how do we do that? There's a little bit of a process, but I just want to give you the steps right now. And that's why I do advise working with a coach or a mastermind or some kind of accountability partner so you can get to these core beliefs, because oftentimes we don't even know they're happening. We don't even know that that's going on. Oh, what's up, rock star, Miss Vera? Love you, girl. So that's the stuff we got to get to with somebody. Anna says spot on. Yes, you know it, girl. So then when we reconnect, we actually have to work on releasing. And that's like the letting go stuff. And there's other processes for that too. But I'm just like wanting to present to you why it's not happening right now. Okay, so let me go into this and then this might answer some of your questions. We also, the second two, reprogram and rewire. So you have all those beliefs, right? You have the stuff that you made up right there. Yep, get rid of the negative impressions stuck in your mind. Yes. And Cynthia, you are amazing. If I can push you a little further, and this is really important, instead of getting rid of that, because it's really hard to just get rid of a belief that's been running the show for years, what I do or train or work with my clients is to reconnect to it. So what you want to do, and I hope you hear this, Cynthia, and everyone else, is actually go back to that time that you saw mom and dad, right? This is a little like side note for you, that you saw mom and dad fight about money, and you as a little girl or boy made up money is problematic or money is bad or whatever that is. Go back in your meditations and see if you can connect to the feeling, connect to the emotion that you felt then. And what that does is that might drudge up a little crying. It might drudge up some trauma in a way if it was a big thing. So I suggest you get support, but you're gonna find why a lot of people can't move through this stuff is they're trying to get rid of it. And oftentimes it's not about getting rid of it. It's about reconnecting to that energy that you felt back then that you couldn't process as a young kid. They can't process that stuff. But now, as an adult, we can get present. We can know we're safe. We can feel our feet on the floor. We can breathe, and we can understand that you need to connect to that feeling, that emotion. You can cry, and you can say, thank you for the lessons, and it's time for me to move on. So it's almost like you're like, you know, if you had a problematic child, you wouldn't like get rid of it. You would love it. You would soak it with love and welcome it in and let it know it's safe and let it know it's time to take on healthier patterns. It's time to start making different choices, right? So I hope, let me know if that helps. I hope that, yes, EMDR, yes, exactly. So play with that and let me know if that helps, girl, okay? And everyone else. So yes, the reprogram and rewire. That's when we get to go in and do exactly what I said. So it's about connecting to the energy. And I can talk about it in another live because I'm trying to keep this shorter, like why we connect to the energy, but there's tons of research that's what gets stuck in our body. It's not even so much the thoughts often, it's the feeling and the energy and the emotion that gets stuck that we keep reliving. So when we revisit it in safety as an adult, we can actually train ourselves to not do that thing more often, to make different habits, to choose different behaviors, to run different energy, because then you will get different results. That's what I'm talking about here, right? Hi, Shannon. I love you. Hey, Lauren, how's it going? So, so reprogram and rewire. And I do suggest you work with somebody on this if it's some core stuff, you guys. I was just talking to a client who, she's got some addiction stuff that was running for a long time. And that's not something you can really do on your own. You need some support with that. So going in, reprogramming and rewiring consistently and lovingly and training yourself to choose something else. This is generally not a quick fix. There is, miracles do happen in like the quantum realm and stuff. For most people, they need to revisit it at least a few times and really heal that. The last one is surprising, maybe, but I can't tell you how many people come to me, including myself, and they're stuck here. Can anyone guess the last one, the last R? Okay, you guys, it is receive, okay? So if you are asking for something or wanting something, and trust me, I get stuck on this sometimes too, and it's not coming, and you go through the other R's, the last one you need to look at is receive. Now, all of us think this is so easy that like, oh my God, I can receive, let it in, da 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 da, all that stuff. I can't tell you how many people don't allow themselves to receive. Listen to this. Okay, Shannon, I know you'll know this, and myself, right, Cynthia? When somebody gives you a compliment, right? Just answer me right now. When somebody gives you a compliment, oh my gosh, Shannon Hughes, you look fantastic. What are you doing? Oh my God, your hair, your booty, you are just amazing. Look at you, girl. Oh my God. What is the first thing you do? Most of us, maybe not all of us, most of us. I will tell you right now, most people, unless they are trained to do differently, most people, what do? They go, no, oh my God, no. It's just like, it must be the lighting. It must be, I'm just having a good hair day. Or, it's just this coloring. That's what looks good on me. Or, it's just, I got a lot of sleep, right? Most people do that, right? I know that made you laugh. Stop, right? So that's, okay, that has energy. That has a frequency. Oh, stop. It's not me. Oh, stop. Like literally, let me get this email out. we're telling people, no, I'm not like worthy. It's not me. Like, kind of stop, right? Like if somebody's giving you compliments or pouring gifts on you and all this stuff, you really have to be aware of what you do, because most people think they'd be like, let it in, but most people don't. Most people stop themselves and there's a worthy thing in there and they're actually not ready to receive. So we're asking for all the things, we're hoping for all the things, we're working on all the things, we're doing all the manifesting things, we're hoping to bring it in and all that stuff. And when it comes to really letting it in and receiving it, or receiving it consistently, like a lot of people, all of a sudden they'll have some momentum in their business, or they'll get a $10,000 check, or they'll, lose 20 pounds, but then they'll gain it back. Or they'll get that $10,000 check in that month, and then the next month they make 1,000 or 2,000. Or to do it consistently, you need to train yourself to receive. And most people don't know how to receive. And I know that's shocking for people, but really think about last time somebody gave you a gift or somebody gave you a compliment. Were you actually able to say, wow, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Probably not. Probably not. You probably can feel their excuses pop up, right? So my suggestion is, yes, experiment. Shannon's saying, you can tell me those things every day. Shannon, your booty looks great, girlfriend. So go ahead and experiment with when somebody gives you a compliment. I'm doing some training with, we're training, Hans and I are training people to become coaches. And how we end the training every Wednesday night is we have to go around and acknowledge everyone. We have to acknowledge at least one person. And you'd be really amazed. And these are a bunch of really switched on human beings, awesome people. But they're we're all, even me, like a little squirmy when it comes to the acknowledgement, because it's full and vibrant and rich, and we look, it's online, but we're like present with each other. And thank you for being honest, and thank you for being raw, and thank you for coming with such richness, and thank you. And to actually be with that and let that in is a big deal. And it's something that most people aren't used to. So this week, go practice getting used to that. If nothing else, get used to that. Exactly. Shannon's saying, why thank you? And silence. Can you imagine? Why thank you? Arms open. Thank you. And then silence. Practice that and let me know how that goes for you, okay? So if you're out there doing all the things, just think about these 5 R's and get some support. That's one of the things that I do, is support people in allowing and using these rituals, these practices while we're creating the life of our dreams. And if I can just end this on saying that, like, Eckhart Tolle just came out with a new manifestation course that I checked out and I actually am doing. And Gabby Bernstein is also amazing. If you like Eckhart or Gabby, put them in the comments. Amazing manifestation teachers. And here's what I'll tell you is the whole book and the whole course, the premise is all your manifestations, first of all, it's happening all the time. We are manifesting all the time. And secondly, it's always happening in the present moment. So if the one thing you do is allow yourself to get present to this moment right now, to open up to the joy and the beauty of not have to have anything different than how it is now. Because listen, I am not where I want to be in my business. I've got a lot to do. I haven't yet even started to make my mark. So I have big goals and big dreams. But what I know is in my manifestation practice, I have to get present right now, grateful, and practice receiving and practice being my future self. So that includes bringing the emotions that I want to feel, the things that I want to say, all that stuff right into now. So that's like the fast track to manifesting right there. Yes! Adam, Bruce Lipton lives in Santa Cruz here, my friend, and he's a good guy. I've met him, and I hope to work with him more. And Joe Dispenza is coming to California in February, and this girl is getting her butt there. That's something I want to manifest, you guys, because his courses sell out in a hot second, and I got to get on it to get there because there's only limited spots. But I'm working on it. So that's what I'm doing the rest of the day, you guys. I am so honored that you joined me. I hope you found this valuable. If you got some value, let me know. I love Facebook. Thanks for joining me. I'm doing all these other things, but you guys are my home. You guys are my family. So anyway, go out there, be incredible, get present to now, practice receiving, practice the 5 R's, and let me know how it's going. Vera, I know! I was gonna try to go all the way to Dubai to go see that guy, but I can't go to Dubai right now, but he's coming to California. So you guys, yes, you should go. Adam, love you. Vera, love you. Cynthia, love you. So happy. See you guys next time. Go be incredible. Bye.